Have you had your 30 seconds?
Okay,
Okay.
silence. We're good.
Well, I'll see Siachash. As he's touched the halt is a bit to bush, Altia Swatif the Tash, Gultia House, Halali, Duk Alti Hashtis, Kate Kali, to Altia, Dux Halali, to Albak Chad.
Yeah. Rough translation, we welcome all of you, dear ones, to this beautiful place full of art, the Museum of the Artist Stamps from all over the world.
Tash, Sitia, Diahash. Okay. Walapus Eabdux Halali, Arti Azalus Siayus Altia.
We thank you, dear artists, for bringing your work, your beautiful work, to this place and making it what it is. Thanks.
It's better than what's written here.
Always good to have a
translator. Well, shoot. Welcome to the Museum of Artist Stamps. We'd like to thank Carl Chu for hosting yesterday Aarpex, despite carrying his curse with him from Aarpex to our building where we nearly had a fire in honor of Buzz Blur, who's struck by lightning at the stroke of the hour of the end of daylight savings time. Our colleague and dear friend Buzz's house burned the upper floor. The volunteer fire department came, put the fire out, and his top floor collapsed into his bottom floor. Buzz was supposed to have been here today. That's Russell Butler, Buzz Blur. Fantastic artist, great friend of ours. Our hearts go out to him, and we hope that all of you here who have contact with him will send him messages of support. And probably in Tui Tui we have the Nupi in the United States surrounding us here. You have the dollar. If you have the means to help, I'm sure it would be appreciated. I'm sure his archive was compromised. I know he had another location downtown in Gurdon. I hope that some of his archive is preserved, but you might want to be sending your thoughts in your mail, and he's offline right now, but just send your thoughts to Buzz. And I want to thank all of you fantastic friends and creative people who have come from so far to attend the opening of your museum. It's in honor of your work that I've been gifted with by this network of artists for 40 years and more. I want to say a couple of words about this cabinetry. Eddie Griffith, who's here with us and is going to receive an Order of Nobility of Tui Tui, built this cabinetry 24 years ago. Working with Eddie in cabinetry, and he also did these stamp-like frames that are on the walls, and all the rest of the cabinetry here too. Many times, most times, they were built without any drawings. Just the very basic concept, the measurements taken, hand waving and saying, Eddie, how about this little curve here? Or Eddie, let's do an inlay that looks like the Tui Tui flag, the canton of the Tui Tui flag. Eddie found a cribbage board maker at the Pike Place Market who put together a big block of wood, and Eddie has managed to do all of this inlay out of that one block of cribbage board wood. And the last frames were built just weeks ago, and all of that material is now exhausted. So I want to especially acknowledge James Warren Felter, the most amazing co-curator, and who's brought life to the extinct flightless bird that represents us. He's brought not only life, but flight to the MOA, and he's just been a joy to work with. We started, after we heard about Carl Chu's Aarpex event, back in July. Jim came down and has just been working like a wizard who walks on the ceiling. He's been sharing his dreams with us because he stayed here in this building while he was curating the museum. Every single mat board, and by the way, aren't art materials expensive these days? Every single mat board was cut by Jim. He brought up his clunky mat board through customs in Canada and through Tui Tui Customs. I don't know how you weren't dinged. And he has, I can't say enough about what Jim has done. In fact, we decided we needed to confer upon him an order of nobility for the archipelago of Tui Tui of the Joyous Lake. And that order is the Order of the Oaken Acorn of Nisqually. Because he has filled these oak cabinets that Eddie Griffiths created. Buzz. He has... Buzz is with us. And maybe some others who... We have a few departed artists who suffered from the curse of Aarpex. Some of them are represented in these frames. But in the lead up to the museum, we were unable to do the paperwork for your Order of Nobility. So this is a virtual... Yes, you do have to come. We'll replicate the dubbing.
Yes.
James Warrenfelter, I dubbed thee a knight of Tui Tui in the Order of the Oaken Acorn of Nisqually. And very most noble orders in Tui Tui that are conferred are based on plant matter that can be found indigenously or endemically or whatever the term is. I'll have to refer to an ecologist back there.
Indigenous sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, native plants and animals of Tui Tui. We don't have any oak stands. The nearest oak stand we could find was in Nisqually, so we conferred that order on you. And it's because these oaken cabinets have been filled. Thank you. Daha Dupsia.
Wait, one more thing.
Oh, and we do want Jim to
You'll
say.
be allowed to speak in a moment, but first we would like to wrap you in a blanket that is as wild as your dreams.
And his jacket.
This blanket may be from a Moravian outpost. They may speak a dialect of Moravian.
As a traditional way of showing our respect and thanks and to honor you for all you have done to create the museum.
I just want to say that
Oh, wait, I want to say one more thing. Feel free to pin money to this blanket. Okay.
I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was one of the Artist Stamp events in Seattle where we all came over here and we were shown these cabinets for the first time. And we always pull them out and there's nothing in them. And Robbie would say, which one do you want? Put your name on one, and eventually you will have your work in it. Well, those lists are long gone. I don't know who picked what, but I told Robbie and Janet at the time that I have a motto, and it's have mat cutter, will travel.
That's a good motto.
And they remembered it. So here we are, and I'm just thrilled that it's here, and there's stuff in them now.
Yes.
When we come down, we can open it
Yes,
up.
absolutely.
So we're going to have the ribbon cutting, but first we need Eddie Griffiths up here to receive his virtual. No, you're the only two members of this order. You'll probably have to have a secret handshake by the end of the day. Eddie, please come forward.
Oh, okay. Hit the button.
Eddie Griffiths is a true artist and craftsman. If you ever get to visit the archipelago of Tui Tui, main islands, you'll see that his work is all through that as well. Always a pleasure to work with Eddie, and really this oak masterpiece is yours, and we are happy to finally honor it by having content. And so we confer upon you, by virtue of the Wizard of MOA, the Order of the Oaken Acorn of Nisqually, and here are your virtual papers which will eventually manifest. Thank you, Eddie.
My words of wisdom are just words of ecstasy that this MOA moment in time has arrived. I am so thrilled. For your aspirations, I'm thrilled for the aspirations that all of you have had and shared and are now part of, because you've got a presidency.
Now, running with scissors is the dragonfly. Oh, and you're already running with scissors.
And he's got scissors.
We're going to ask Jim Felter to open the north wing.
Okay. Since I'm in this one. Are you ready?
We now declare the north wing of the Museum of Art and Stamps open. Yes,
That's the
yes.
MOA.
Now this is the south wing.
Okay, watch out, y'all.
Oh, the south wing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I declare the south wing of the Museum of Art and Stamps open.
Yay!
Last night. Opa!
Now, Ronnie and Jim, and there's still the doors to be opened. Would you like to open the door? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
doors back in here,
Your
too.
director here. Yes.
This is which wing?
This is the
That's
grand.
the east wing.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Opa!
You can
look at stuff.
Ron. We also have beverages in here. Sparkling cider, sparkling water, coffees and teas. Self-service, come on in.
Okay. Oh, I love the Star Rolls. In the way that we